Hey everybody, I hope you can hear me okay over the wind and the traffic. Never in my life have I actually dinged a car before. If ever I've had a car that's been dinged, it's been somebody else who's done it for me. But a few weeks ago, I don't know if it's just pregnancy brain or whatever, I backed into a bloody fence. And I didn't think it looked that bad until I took it to a panel beater who quoted me over $1,100 to get it fixed. And I was like, you fucking what, mate? Deep down beneath all this makeup and big hair beats the heart of a tight-fisted Scottish prick. I thought to myself, is it really that bad? Could I fix it myself? I know this isn't the sort of video you usually see from me, but I do believe in having a go at things. I do believe in trying things that might seem too hard or things that you've never done before. While the easier thing to do would have been to have paid the money to the panel beater, I thought, no, I'm going to have a go at doing it myself. Maybe that seems a little bit crazy given my literal zero experience. Not like I have no experience with cars whatsoever. I did actually work at a service station for quite a long time, so I do know like a little bit of car stuff, but this was well out of my comfort zone, well out of my area of knowledge. Best case scenario, it doesn't work out well, but I've learnt something. What I did, thank you internet, is I watched many videos on like the basics of panel beating and car painting. I've used power tools and things before. I've done some painting before, never on a car. Basically I learnt as much as I could and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to fix my own car because I'm just too cheap to pay somebody else to do it. In general, with most things, I would much rather try to do things myself than pay somebody else to do it, like if I think I can possibly do it. Join me now on this adventure, which was definitely an emotional roller coaster. Join me for the successes and the failures of trying to fix my own car. If you are the kind of person who understands cars or panel beating or anything, please don't judge me too harshly, okay? Like I said, it's my first time. I've never done any of these sorts of things before. I do believe in giving things a go, so please don't judge me too harshly for my lack of knowledge and expertise, okay? Also, I really love this car. I always wanted one of these cars, one of these PT Cruisers, and I finally found a black one, and it's got tinted windows, and it's so cool. I hadn't had it for that long, and I'm like, look, just not long after buying this thing, I'm not going to fork out a whole bunch more money for a wee dent. So let the adventure slash nightmare begin. Here's the problem, and you may not notice at first, but that actually dings outwards there as well because of the crunch going in that direction. I haven't actually looked under this yet to see how bad it is. Christ, I'm not looking forward to this, but I really don't want to pay somebody else to do it unless I absolutely have to. Some of this fucking tape is like melted on there a wee bit. The first thing I'm gonna have to do is remove this light. I don't know how to do that. Like that apparently. One of the things I'm going to have to do is replace the plastic of the broken tail light all around here. I've never used resin or anything like that before, so that'll be a new experience. I'll give this all a wee dusting down so I can see just how bad it is. Now it looks a little bit worse from the outside than it actually is. I think a lot of paint that came off the thing that I backed into. Not great, but it's not great. Darrell has informed me that he will be beyond fucking impressed if I can pull this off. So will I, for that matter. Also informed me that some days ago that you could get rid of glue and stuff off, or like bits of stuck tape with a bit of cooking oil, so I'm going to give that a crack. Okay, I foresee this is going to take a lot of scrubbing. Ah! There were 3 kinds of hammers and 4 dollies. Gosh, they're pretty weighty actually. First I'm going to see if I can achieve anything with this little guy, but I doubt it. I don't think there's anywhere I can actually like get a seal on this. I didn't think this was going to be easy, but very little space in there to get a dolly behind. What a panel beater would do would be to remove this whole back quarter. But I can't do that because I don't have a welder or like any other kinds of tools. Wondering what the fuck all this is. This is a hammer and dolly kit. I've never used one before. That's probably super obvious. It's just a really awkward little spot. Basically you want to try and get the one that's the right kind of shape. fuck, I broke a nail. Ah! Come on, you. I can't pop that out. I'll use a filler. Fucking fix that like immediately. Huh. Not fucking perfect, obviously, but it is a lot better. Alright, it's peanut butter filler time. I have never used this before, so that should be good. This, I expect, will be the hardener. What I understand that you do with this is you take a big old blob of this and you put a wee bit of this on, about like 50 to 1, and mix it all together on a thing with a thing. I'm supposed to use a proper board or whatever for like mixing stuff, but what I have here is part of a pizza box with some baking paper. Freaking Jesus freaking Christ. I mean, I've been trying to get this open for ages. How the fuck? I mean, I can smell it, so I feel like I'm on the right track. Holy fuck, I can't even believe how long that took or how hard that was just to get it off. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, it stinks. Holy shit. It's one of the worst fucking smelling things I've ever come in contact with. Nice. Blob. Okay, I'm already getting the feeling like the cardboard and baking paper isn't a very good idea. I have to try and get these two things, these two bits mixed together. That's how we mix things when we bake. This is not baking. This is not my usual territory. It sort of looks mixed. Let's go stick it on. Don't fuck up too much. Don't fuck up too much. Professionals make this look easy. How different is it really from icing a cake? Hey. That looks okay-ish. Every time I touch it, it like gets worse. I've left this for about half an hour. We are losing daylight and it's bloody freezing. It's gone quite hard. Still stinks though. I'm using a curved thing so that I can stand it to the same vertically. Pretty decent hole. Should hopefully look alrightish. I'm not sure if I should leave that till tomorrow because it is getting kind of dark. Fix the actual tail light itself, so we could have a go at that. For my next trick I will once again be doing something I have never done before. I'm going to have a crack with a bit of the old resin, which I have never done before, so I figured the first thing I do with this should be something quite important. And I don't know if this is really the exact kind of resin that I want, but apparently it's glass clear. So some chips along here and chips along here. Worst bit is this, right? There's like a big chunk out of the bottom and I really am not entirely sure how I'm going to go about doing that. You're being like, why the fuck aren't you cleaning this shit off? Well, quite simply, I can't get it off and I can't be arsed. Can't get it off. It's driving me crazy. I hate it. At least we know now. Don't use very sticky cloth tape on a vehicle. Now we know. Normally with resin casting you use a mold and you have to make a mold first. I'm not doing that. What we are going to do, however, is something that I saw a couple of other chaps doing, was using tape. Is this a good idea? Might not be. Let's find out the hard way. These tail lights apparently cost something like $500 each. And I was like, I really don't want to pay that. It's just plastic, you know. And I've been wanting to have a go with resin casting anyway. What I saw these chaps do was take a fair bit of tape and turn it into a sort of flat kind of, well, sort of like a mold. This is going to be super fucking difficult, I think, actually, now that I look at it, because there's not much room in here. Resin can be ground and sanded down, so if it ends up looking really shit, I can just sand it back. Oh shit, ow, damn. Anybody who's like got any kind of competence with resin casting is probably looking at me going, Jesus fucking Christ, what are you doing? Black Friday, I hear you cry. The plastic is red and your resin is clear. What are you going to do about that? Well, since you asked, I'm going to colour it with red food colouring. Whoa, off to a good start. I spilt it everywhere. I did, however, get like exactly fucking 60 mils in there, drop by drop, until the desired colour is achieved. I saw a lot of things saying that you can use. Oh fuck! Oh, for the love of fucking God, this shit is really, really, really sticky. Okay, very gently pour a wee bit more in. There we go. 3, 4, 7, 8. To try and sort of spoon it in. This part at the end is just turning into a massive fail. It said this ought to harden after about half an hour, but after an hour it hadn't, so I just left it overnight. God. Oh fuck, what a mess, man. Oh Christ, it's everywhere. It's bloody everywhere. Oh, wow, that 1000% failed. How did it fail so badly? What? You see that? It's like fucking liquid. Still liquid running around in there. What the fuck? None of the resin's gone hard. It's all just fucking leaked. That didn't work at all. Like, the resin didn't even start going hard. I just have to like completely clean it all off and shit! Some fucking effort. I've cleaned up the resin. It was awful. Now we return to the old filler. A little sheet of PVC, which will be a much better mixing doodad this time around. Do the same thing again. Mix this shit up on this thing. Smear it on. Wait for it to dry. Sand it down. Hope for the best. This is undeniably one of the most challenging things I've ever done, and I'm not enjoying it. It would be nice just to have loads of money and just pay people to do shit for you. I just can't afford it. It's just too much money. So I've had a couple of problems, one of which I'm going to try and solve right now. One is that yesterday I found that there was just a wee bit too much filler poking up here, so as I went to chisel it off, the whole lot of filler cracked. So that really fucking sucks. It's not cracked all the way through. It doesn't seem like it's going to come off. I'm just a bit concerned about water being able to get through. The other thing is, in order for this light to attach on here, there's supposed to be a screw that goes through it and screws into a wee doodad there, which is gone. What I'm going to do, this is the best idea I've got, okay? My plan is to glue a nut onto the inside here somehow. I've got this great big long screw, and hopefully I will be able to screw the fucking light on. Says you don't need to hold it in place or clamp it, and yet here we are. Stick, you fuck. Oh, why is everything so hard? This is supposed to be the stickiest shit there fucking is, and it's not doing anything. It's not doing literally fucking anything. Praise be to Jesus. I found the little clip. It was on the ground. I'm trying now to glue the nut onto the clip using this stuff, which claims it can glue anything to anything. Although I've been fucking around with it for the last several minutes and it doesn't even seem to be sticky. But it says, if it's Sally's, it works. Fucking glue one thing to the other thing, please. Ah, why does everything have to be so hard? Well, that glue's drying. I thought I'd crack on with some painting. I'm not sure which part of this whole process I've been more afraid of doing. Every video I saw of this being done, they had covered the entire vehicle in a big sort of plastic bag, but I don't have one of those and I'm not getting one, so fuck it. I've got newspaper. First of all, I'm going to use this primer surfacer, which supposedly will also fill in little gaps and shit. Leave that for a minute. Now I leave that for at least half an hour. This primer being on is really, to me, like throwing into relief all the places where I didn't sand it enough. But you know what? I just don't fucking care enough anymore. As long as it, like, doesn't fall apart and it works. Fuck. This had fucking better be the right shade of black. I got this paint specially mixed up. It had better look fucking amazing. I've been shaking this for nearly 5 minutes. Oh, good. It's now dark, but that's okay. Fuck, it's fucking dripping. Ah! Oh, it's not quite dry. Oh, it's... Yeah, pretty fucking obvious where I've painted it actually. Yeah, that looks fucking terrible. Not great. I am so tired of just everything. Now, really the main thing is to see if the bloody light will go on. Please, for the love of fucking Christ, let my screw idea have worked. I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. Stay. Please, for the love of fucking God, please let something go semi-right. Tell me it won't go through this after all that. Oh, for the fucking love of God! Oh God, what? What's all this shit? What the fuck is this? I can't do it. I just can't fucking do it. This thing keeps moving. The bolt came off it. Now I've scratched paint that I just spent several hours putting on. That does go in, but do you think I can fucking get it to do that? And that glue fucking sucks. Don't know what to do anymore. It's like every little thing I have done has just led to another problem. I'm trying to get a fucking screw to go through there. Why won't that one thing just not be fucking difficult? Everything else has been extremely difficult. Could you get one of those like long skinny screws?
I've felt similar frustration with electronics, for example. It's just like, why won't it just work?
For the love of God! It was okay a moment ago. Fucking go on and stay there for Christ's sake. Oh, not again! That's fairly sturdy. As long as I just don't fucking touch it, it might be okay. I just kind of just want to lie down and die, honestly. Given myself a few days, and also the weather was terrible, in order to restore my sanity, I've had to drive around with a wee bit of tape over the light to hold it on, and as I took off the tape I was like, oh fuck, it's got glue all over it again. But what Mr. L has just pointed out to me is he goes, wait a minute, actually the tape's just actually taken the paint off all the way back to the metal, so fuck my actual whole life. I thought all I'm going to have to do is sand back slightly this line and then paint over it. Apparently I have to sand now all of it. Fuck my life. Alright bitches, we're back. I'm going to do a wee bit of priming over the parts where it's worn down to the metal. Then I've gone and got some more black paint and we're going to have another go. Ah! That's drying, I'll just show you something. Not very exciting, but it is to me. So, you know the clip that goes there, that like the screw's supposed to go into, that's been driving me fucking crazy? But when I went to go buy the paint, I found these things, which appears to be a non-broken version of the clip with a thread on it. Wow! I got some screws that should hopefully be long enough and match, and that goes in there. So let's fucking hope that will be the solution to my problem with regard to like keeping the light on. Also found these things. I got them because they were on sale and because they were cool, and these are completely irrelevant. These are caps for the valves on the tires, so fuck it, I just thought they were cool. So that should go there, hopefully stay there. You can like quite clearly see where I sanded it down earlier. You know, I just don't care anymore. I just don't care. I'm going to wait until tomorrow to apply the clear coat because I've just noticed it's starting to rain. It's also very cold and dark, and I suspect that the reason it went frosty last time is because it was really cold. So basically I'm gonna see if I can screw on the fucking light. Okay, I've applied a lot of the super hard glue to hopefully keep it in place. Fingers crossed that fucking stays where it's supposed to go. I have a feeling it's supposed to face a little bit more that way, but this is so bent. Oh god, I hate this. Every little thing is so difficult. Top coat time again. As the last coat of black paint has been drying, it has started to fucking rain, so I've moved the car halfway into the garage and I will proceed from there. Thank you so much for joining me. How do you think I did in the end? You know, at the end of the day, I know it's far from perfect, but the fact is, the dent is gone. I figure at some point, maybe in the future, when I can really be asked, if I can ever be asked, maybe I'll do something more to make the paint look better, but fuck it. I just ran into so many unforeseen problems. And as far as the taillight goes, I'm going to wait until maybe my dad comes to visit and can help me out with that, or somebody who knows what they're doing can help me out with that, because I've just given up and I just don't care anymore. But the dent is gone. The dent is no longer there, and that is the main thing. And everything works, and it's fine. It's fine. In the end, I didn't have to pay the $1,100, and the problem is gone. That is the main thing. I fixed the dent. It is not perfect, but it is fine. I didn't expect it to be perfect, but you know, I'm pretty happy with what I've achieved on my own for the first time trying something like this. Also, it's been winter here, and a friend has informed me that the reason the resin probably didn't set was because it was cold. So I'm going to leave that too. I'm going to have another go at that probably in the summertime when it's a bit warmer. In the meantime, I just, fuck it, I don't care. If I can do something, you can probably do it too, because I'm not a particularly competent or clever or talented person, but I do really believe in having a go at things, trying to do things yourself, learning some new skills on the way. Like, that can't hurt, can it? Thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. You know you want to. As always, take care of yourself, be nice to each other, keep trying new things and challenging yourself. You never know. And I will see you next time.